blocks from my house. Good Fred and Roger from Uncle Jam's Army lived on the same street. Good Fred's son, Daryl, walked with us every Sunday. That's one of my walking buddies every Sunday. Me and Good Fred was always cool because Good Fred, he liked my vibe because I worked with Jeff D. They all partied at Jeff D's, and it was kind of an you the new kid type of situation. And me and Good Fred would sit out and talk at his office many a days. He told me the story about how when Johnson & Johnson offered him $3 million to buy his formula. Now, Good Fred, not only did he have a formula, he had his own factories. He had his own bottling and shipping department right there on 54th and Western. He mixed his shit right there. He mixed it, bottled it, did the labels, everything right there on 54th and Western, and sold that shit around the world. Okay, Johnson & Johnson, because again, Johnson & Johnson was a little slow on the natural tip. They still making perms and shit, perm kits, home perm kits or whatever. They want to get into the natural business. They came to Good Fred, told Good Fred, offered him a pile of money. Fred turned him down. Now, Fred said after all this time, him doing business with his manufacturers, all of a sudden, his credit lines got cut off. It's two things that made a Good Fred oil: water and glycerin. Glycerin, as in nitro. Okay, glycerin as in nitro. Okay, so when they cut Fred's lines off, Fred said he had to go to Canada to buy his glycerin because they wouldn't sell to him in the United States. In Canada, don't give a damn. You got the money, I'll ship that shit. So he said, Fred said, when the glycerin showed up, so did the FBI. So did the FBI. The FBI wanted to know why again, this is the 70s. Black Panthers is everywhere. They've been blowing up shit. They've been fighting with the police. It's going down. The FBI wanted to know why a black man in Los Angeles needed 500 gallons of glycerin. He explained it to him what was happening, and they let it come through. He got his stuff, but it took, this is the kind of stuff brothers were dealing with in the 70s. Shortly after that, Johnson & Johnson came up with their own product for naturals, and it didn't turn your hair red in the summertime. And then they started buying all the advertising on Soul Train. Look at some old Train. You got Soul Train. You got this dude playing, talking to Frederick Douglass. It's an old commercial for Soul Afro Sheen. His brother, Frederick Douglass is in the mirror talking to Frederick Douglass is in the mirror. His brother's hair is toe up. You can't leave. How are you going to leave out looking like that? Grab you some of so and so and he does the and the brother thanks him and blah blah blah. But that was a commercial for Soul Train that was on Soul Train that was bought by Johnson & Johnson. This is real shit, man. When me and Good Fred, us and Good Fred was so cool, he allowed us to rent his facilities. When we formed our distribution company, West Coast Record Distributors, we ran it out of Good Fred's old building. He had retired by then, and he still was selling Good Fred all to the penitentiaries.
That's a great story, dude. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, we got, about 7 minutes? Perfect. All right. Hey, let's go back to music and the electro sound. I want to play a song from your first album a little bit and talk about it. This is one that I don't think we've talked about at all, but I listened to it today, and it was a little bit ahead of its time, and that's just me talking and looking back. But let's play this song called The Planet by World Class Wrecking Crew. Just a little bit of it. Just a little bit of it. Once again, a long ass intro. Where you want to be. Here we go.
Where you want to be to fulfill all emotional needs, to have total control of the human mind, where computers rule all mankind.
84, whenever this came out, computers were, something that was put in song before. Obviously, we talked about this before because you have the song "Horny Computer," but what was the world thinking about computers at this time? Because I know Microsoft at this point wanted one computer in each home, and they ended up being almost successful within years from that. But this just seems kind of futuristic that you guys were talking about computers looking back in 2024.
This shit was all, it was all brand new to everybody, man. It was all brand new, and it was a hot subject because, again, like you said, Apple was trying to put computers in everybody's house. I don't even think we even had it. I even had a computer in '84, dude. I didn't have a computer in '84, but we did have the digital music, the digital drum machines that was a part of that computer movement. You follow me? Because Wrecking Crew and most of us in that era would not have been in the music business if we had to go take drum lessons and play guitars, whatever. We wouldn't have made it. We had to read manuals to learn how to program drum machines, how to program sequencers, how to play even the chords that we played on keyboards. If you made a mistake, you can have, just like now, you can reprogram it and make it right, even the time and the whole 9 yards. So we had digital music in the pre-digital era. My daughter was, when the Mac had the first little Apple computer, I think she was in the 9th grade or 10th grade, and they had a deal. I was gonna buy 2 of them for like $1,500, and her mama talked me out of it. Ended up buying a 386. That was the shit. A 386 with 4 gig of RAM. Shit, $500. Dude, come on, man. Then they had
4 gigs.
4 gigs of RAM. I remember my buddy told me, man, you get this. First time I ever heard the word hard drive. You get a 40 gig hard drive, you'll never need space again. Yeah, right. Okay. I keep a 40 gig hard drive.
Wow.
I keep a terabyte on my keychain full of music in case I got to do emergency DJ gig. Okay. So yeah, Doc, these are the kind of things that we grew up and we morphed into, and we were thinking in terms of at some point in time, computers would have a lot more influence than they did. We had no idea they'd be what they are right now, though. I could lie, but I ain't got a lie to kick it. I could lie. Corny computers. When I think about them damn dolls that that give you head and beautiful, you pick up and you get your stroke on. The planet, but computers run all mankind. AI, dude, come on, dude. We here, dude. Let me tell you this. I got 3 minutes. I discovered an app. I do a lot of writing for my newspaper, the Hub City Legend, right? I write articles all the time, and I struggle with punctuation.